There are moments in life when everything feels heavy, when the pressure doesn't stop, when the problems keep coming, when it feels like you're fighting a battle that no one else can see. And in those moments, you start to question everything. Why me? Why is my life so difficult? Why does it feel like I'm always struggling? But what if the struggle you're facing is not a sign that something is wrong? What if it is actually a sign that something is right? What if the battle you're facing is proof that you are chosen for more? Because the truth is, ordinary paths don't come with extraordinary pressure. Easy lives don't come with intense challenges. If your life feels difficult, it's not because you are weak. It's because you are being prepared. Prepared for something greater than what you can see right now. Think about it. The strongest people you know didn't become strong by accident. They went through things, they faced challenges, they dealt with pressure, they fought battles that shaped them, and those experiences made them who they are. The same thing is happening to you right now, even if you don't realize it yet. Another powerful truth is that pressure reveals potential. Without pressure, you would never discover how strong you really are. Without challenges, you would never push beyond your limits. Without struggle, you would never grow. That is why your life feels intense, because you are being pushed to a higher level, a level that requires more strength, more discipline, more resilience. And even though it feels hard, it is necessary, because if you stayed where you were, you would never become who you are meant to be. At this stage, you begin to understand that your battle has a purpose. It is not random. It is not meaningless. It is shaping you. Every obstacle is teaching you something. Every setback is building your mindset. Every difficult moment is preparing you for something bigger. Another important realization is that not everyone is given the same level of responsibility. Not everyone is given the same level of challenge, because not everyone is meant for the same level of growth. The fact that your journey is difficult means your purpose is different, means your path is bigger, means you are being prepared for something more. And that is why you cannot give up, because your struggle is connected to your purpose. Your pain is connected to your growth. Your battle is connected to your future. So if you feel overwhelmed right now, if you feel like life is testing you, if you feel like you are carrying too much, remember this: you are not being tested without reason. You are being prepared for something greater. You are being shaped into someone stronger. You are being built for more. And the fact that you are still standing means you are already stronger than you think. As you continue walking through this difficult phase of your life, you begin to realize something deeper. This battle is not just about what's happening around you, it's about what's happening within you. Because every struggle you face is shaping your inner world. It is shaping your mindset. It is shaping your discipline. It is shaping your character. And the person you are becoming through this process is far more important than the situation you are currently in. At this stage, you start to understand that being chosen for more does not mean life will be easier. In fact, it means the opposite. It means you will be tested more. It means you will face challenges others may never understand. It means you will have to carry weight that feels heavy at times. But that weight is building your strength, because the greater the purpose, the greater the preparation. Another powerful truth is that growth often feels like struggle. When you are evolving, things don't feel comfortable. Old habits begin to break. Old mindsets begin to fade. Old versions of yourself begin to disappear. And that process can feel painful. It can feel confusing. It can feel like you are losing control. But in reality, you are not losing yourself. You are becoming a new version of yourself. A stronger version, a wiser version, a more focused version. And that transformation requires discomfort. Another important realization at this stage is that you are not alone in your battle, even if it feels like it. Many strong people have gone through similar struggles. Many successful people have faced moments where they felt lost, overwhelmed, and tested, but they kept going. They didn't quit. They didn't let the struggle define them. They used it to grow. And you can do the same. At this point, you also begin to understand that your mindset is your greatest weapon. Your situation may be difficult. Your circumstances may not be perfect, but your mindset determines how you respond. You can choose to see yourself as a victim, or you can choose to see yourself as someone being prepared. And that choice changes everything. Because when you see yourself as chosen for more, you start acting differently. You become more disciplined. You become more focused. You become more committed to your growth. You stop making excuses. You stop doubting yourself. You start pushing forward, even when it's hard. Another powerful shift is that you begin to embrace the struggle instead of resisting it. Before, you may have tried to avoid challenges. You may have wished things were easier. You may have questioned why things were so difficult. But now, you understand that this struggle is part of your journey. It is part of your growth. It is part of your preparation. So instead of running from it, you face it. You accept it. You learn from it, and that makes you stronger. At this stage, you also realize that every battle you win, even the small ones, matters. Getting out of bed when you don't feel like it. Staying disciplined when motivation is low. Continuing to work when results are not immediate. These small victories build momentum. They build confidence. They build strength. And over time, they create big change. Another important lesson is learning to trust the process. You may not understand everything right now. You may not see the full picture. You may not know where this journey is leading. But that does not mean it is not leading somewhere. Growth takes time. Preparation takes time. And just because you don't see results yet does not mean they are not coming. So instead of doubting the process, you begin to trust it. You trust that your effort will pay off. You trust that your struggles have meaning. You trust that everything you are going through is shaping your future. And that trust gives you the strength to keep going. So if your life feels heavy right now, if your journey feels difficult, if your battle feels intense, remember this: you are not struggling without purpose. You are not being tested without reason. You are being prepared. You are being shaped. You are being built for something greater. And the fact that you are still fighting means you are exactly where you need to be. As you continue through this journey, something begins to change inside you. You start to see your struggle differently. What once felt like a burden now starts to feel like a responsibility, because you begin to realize that not everyone is built to handle what you are going through. Not everyone can carry this level of pressure. Not everyone can survive this level of challenge. Not everyone can keep going when things feel this heavy. But you are still here, still standing, still fighting, still pushing forward. And that means something. That means you are stronger than you think. At this stage, you begin to understand that your struggle is developing your endurance. Life is not just about quick wins. It is about lasting strength. It is about being able to keep going when things don't go your way. It is about staying consistent even when motivation disappears. And that kind of endurance is built through difficult moments, through days when you don't feel like trying, through nights when you feel exhausted, through situations where quitting feels easier than continuing. And every time you push through those moments, you build something powerful. You build resilience. Another important realization is that your environment does not define your destiny. You may not have started in the best place. You may not have the same opportunities as others. You may not have the same support as others. But that does not limit your future, because your mindset is more powerful than your situation. Your discipline is more powerful than your circumstances. And your consistency is more powerful than your current position. At this point, you begin to take full responsibility for your life. You stop blaming others. You stop making excuses. You stop waiting for the perfect moment. Instead, you start taking action. You work with what you have. You make the best of your situation. You focus on what you can control. And that shift gives you power, because the moment you take responsibility, you take control. Another powerful shift is that you stop expecting life to be easy. You accept that challenges are part of the journey. You accept that growth requires effort. You accept that success requires struggle. And when you accept these truths, you stop being surprised by difficulty. Instead, you prepare for it. You build your mindset around it. You become ready for it. And that readiness gives you an advantage. Because while others are shocked by challenges, you are ready to face them. At this stage, you also begin to understand the value of patience. Not everything will happen quickly. Not everything will go according to your timeline. There will be delays. There will be setbacks. There will be moments where it feels like nothing is happening. But that does not mean you are not moving forward. Growth is happening, even when it is not visible. You are learning. You are improving. You are becoming stronger. And all of that takes time. So instead of rushing, you begin to stay patient. You trust that your effort will pay off. You trust that your journey has meaning. You trust that your struggle is leading somewhere. Another important lesson is learning to protect your energy, because not everyone will understand your journey. Not everyone will support your growth. Some people may doubt you. Some people may question you. Some people may not believe in you. But that does not matter, because this is your path, your purpose, your battle. So you stop wasting energy trying to prove yourself to others. You stop seeking validation. You stop listening to negativity. And instead, you focus on your growth, because your energy is valuable. And where you direct it determines your progress. At this point, you begin to feel something powerful. Belief. Belief in yourself. Belief in your journey. Belief that everything you are going through has a purpose. And that belief becomes your strength. Because once you believe that you are chosen for more, you start acting like it. You start working like it. You start living like it. So as you continue forward, remember this: your struggle is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of growth. Your battle is not here to stop you. It is here to prepare you. And the fact that you are still standing means you are stronger than you think. As you move further along this journey, you begin to notice a powerful transformation. You are no longer the same person who once doubted themselves. The struggles have changed you. The pressure has strengthened you. The battles you faced have built a mindset that refuses to break. And now you're starting to understand something important. This battle is not here to stop you. It's here to elevate you. Because every level of life requires a different version of you. A stronger mindset, greater discipline, deeper patience. And the only way to develop those qualities is through challenges. At this stage, you stop seeing obstacles as barriers and start seeing them as stepping stones. Every problem becomes an opportunity to grow. Every setback becomes a lesson. Every difficult moment becomes a chance to prove to yourself that you can handle more. And that shift in perspective gives you power. Because now nothing feels meaningless. Everything has purpose. Another powerful realization is that you don't need perfect conditions to move forward. You don't need everything to be in place. You don't need to feel ready all the time. Because if you wait for the perfect moment, you will wait forever. So instead, you start taking action anyway, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's uncertain, even when it's hard. And that is what separates you from most people. Because most people wait, but you move. At this point, you also begin to develop emotional control. You don't let every problem affect your mindset. You don't let every setback shake your confidence. You don't let every negative situation pull you down, because you understand that your emotions are powerful, but they must be controlled. So you stay calm, you stay focused, you stay grounded, even when things around you feel chaotic. And that emotional control becomes your strength. Another important lesson is learning to stay committed even when motivation fades. Because motivation will not always be there. There will be days when you don't feel inspired, days when you don't feel like trying, days when everything feels heavy. But that is where discipline takes over. Because discipline does not depend on how you feel. It depends on your commitment. And when you are committed to your growth, you keep going no matter what. At this stage, you also begin to understand that your journey is not meant to look like anyone else's. Your path is unique. Your timeline is different. Your struggles are specific to you. And that is okay, because you are not here to copy someone else's life. You are here to build your own. So you stop comparing, you stop rushing, you stop trying to fit into someone else's timeline, and instead you focus on your own progress, step by step, day by day. Another powerful realization is that strength is built in silence. Not everyone will see your effort. Not everyone will understand your struggles. Not everyone will recognize your growth, but that does not matter, because the work you are doing is internal. You are building discipline, you are building resilience, you are building a mindset that cannot be shaken, and those things will show over time. At this point, you begin to feel a deep sense of confidence, not because everything is perfect, but because you know you can handle whatever comes your way. You trust yourself. You trust your strength. You trust your ability to overcome challenges. And that confidence changes how you move through life. You walk differently. You think differently. You act differently. Because now you know who you are. You are someone who does not give up. You are someone who keeps going. You are someone who is built for more. So as you continue forward, remember this battle is not your weakness. It is your preparation. This struggle is not your limitation. It is your training. And everything you are going through right now is building the person you need to become. So don't stop. Don't slow down. Don't doubt yourself, because the fact that your journey is difficult is proof that your future is powerful. Now you've reached the final and most important moment of this journey, the moment where everything comes together. All the struggles you've faced, all the pressure you've endured, all the battles you've been fighting silently, they were never meant to destroy you. They were meant to reveal you. Because deep inside you, there is a version of yourself that these challenges were designed to bring out. A version that is stronger. A version that is more disciplined. A version that refuses to quit no matter how hard life gets. And everything you've been through has been shaping that person. For a long time, you may have felt like life was against you, like things were unfair, like you were carrying more than you should, like no matter how hard you tried, it wasn't enough. But now you see the truth. You were not being held back. You were being built up, built for a higher level, built for greater responsibility, built for a life that requires strength most people don't have. Because not everyone is chosen for more. Some people are meant to stay where they are. Some people choose comfort over growth. Some people walk away when things get difficult. But you didn't. You stayed. You fought. You kept going even when it felt impossible. And that is what makes you different. That is what proves you are chosen for more. At this final stage, everything comes down to a decision. You can go back to doubting yourself. You can go back to questioning your journey. You can go back to seeing your struggles as a burden. Or you can step into who you are becoming. You can accept the challenge. You can embrace the responsibility. You can move forward with strength and confidence. Because now you understand, your battle is your preparation. Every difficult moment you faced has made you stronger. Every setback has made you wiser. Every struggle has built your resilience. And all of that has prepared you for what's ahead. Another powerful truth you must hold on to is this: you didn't come this far just to stop now. Think about how much you've already overcome. The moments you thought would break you. The situations that tested your limits. The days when you felt like giving up but didn't. You survived all of that. So why would you quit now? Why would you doubt yourself now? You are too far in to turn back, and you are too strong to give up. At this point, you also realize that success is not about avoiding struggle. It is about rising through it. It is about continuing when things are hard. It is about showing up even when you don't feel like it, because that is what builds greatness. Not comfort, not ease, but consistency through difficulty. Another important realization is that your future depends on what you do now. Not what happened in the past, not what others think about you, not what your current situation looks like, but what you choose to do from this moment forward. And that choice is yours. You can stay where you are, or you can keep growing. You can stay comfortable, or you can keep pushing yourself. You can let your struggles define you, or you can use them to elevate you. At this final stage, everything becomes simple. Keep going. Keep improving. Keep believing. Even when it's hard. Even when it's slow. Even when it feels like nothing is changing. Because something is changing. You are becoming stronger. You are becoming more disciplined. You are becoming someone who can handle anything life throws at them. And once you become that person, nothing can stop you. So as you move forward from this moment, remember this: you are not here by accident. You are not facing these battles for no reason. You are not struggling without purpose. You are chosen to grow, chosen to rise, chosen to become more than you ever imagined. So don't back down. Don't doubt yourself. Don't give up. Because one day, You will look back at everything you went through, and you will realize that it all had a purpose, that every battle made you stronger, that every struggle made you wiser, that every difficult moment shaped the person you are today. And in that moment, you will understand you were chosen for more, and you proved it.